Hello and welcome to another episode of Beer Man's Noble Beer Reviews. Today I have another beer from Bell's Brewing Company out of Comstock, Michigan. This is for their 35th anniversary. This is the 35th anniversary Expedition Stout Reserve. And I've done a review for the regular yearly Expedition Stout, but this is one they brewed for the 35th anniversary, obviously. Description says Expedition Stout is the longest brewed Imperial Stout in the U.S., which is pretty cool. First brewed in 1989 to be robust enough to hold up to time and travel. We couldn't think of a better beer to honor our 35th anniversary. We brewed a special, stronger version for your cellar, your travels, or those special occasions of your own. And this is 11.5. I think the regular one is 10.5. So not that much stronger, but I'm guessing that, it's probably a tweaked recipe overall and not just like where they did the math to make everything exactly the same, just 1%, just better attenuation or something like that. And judging by some of the reviews that I've seen, I'm guessing that's the case. Because I think not that Untapped means that much, but on Untapped it has like a 4.4, which for a regular Imperial Stout, not barrel aged with nothing in it from like a widely distributed brewer, is a really, really high score. So, and I like, this label's different than the regular one, and I wonder, this might actually be, I think this was like the original Expedition label too, now that I think about it. I think I've seen pictures of that, and this, the cap goes along with that, so I might save one of these caps. Anyways, I picked this up at a 4-pack of this at a bottle shop today. Seems pretty thick. And it was the only one around me that I saw that got it, and the guy said they only got 30 cases in the area, which I'm surprised. I figured they would have made more or distributed more here. I don't know, but I'm glad I got some. I'm assuming I'm going to really like it, so if I do, I'll probably go and buy more. But anyways, because these things will age for like 5-6 years. See, that's the thing. When it poured, it was almost a little bit of like a cola color, but in the glass, it is jet black. With a nice tan head. I mean, I would say this is pretty much what regular Expedition looks like, to be honest. So there's a lot of dark chocolate and smoke, and like tobacco. I will say the one thing about like fresh Expedition, I love it, but it is very abrasive. It is very, very hoppy, bitter, not hoppy flavor, but hoppy bitterness, and very roasty. This has a little bit of like that dark fruit soy saucey aroma, just very mild. It's mostly dark chocolate and smoke. But I will say, in the aroma, it reminds me a lot more of their 30th anniversary stout, which was, it's 5 years ago now. Wow. I feel like that wasn't even that long ago. I think I drank my last bottle of that. Yeah, I know I did. I drank my last bottle of that like 5 months ago, which is crazy. And now there's 35th. But yeah, it smells a little more like that, which I'm guessing is going to be a little bit more similar to, what today's standards are, but we'll see. Man. Yeah, that is a lot different than regular Expedition. I would say it's for sure more similar to the 30th anniversary. But even the 30th anniversary was fairly roasty. Like, this isn't even really that roasty either. Tiny bit of hot flavor, but the bitterness is not that big, which is great. Lots of dark chocolate and smoke. The mouthfeel is incredibly silky. I mean, it is a big, thick, robust beer, but it's not thick by today's standards, like from an under attenuation standpoint. It's super, super silky. And then the back end is like a crap ton of coffee, but it's not like that. I don't even want to say regular expedition is not accurate, but regular expedition is very abrasively roasty. This isn't really like that. This is more like I don't know, almost like cold brew coffee. This is amazing. And even there's a little bit of licorice to it, which I know these guys do like using brewer's licorice. Um, they put brewer's licorice in Kalamazoo Stout, which is, in my opinion, maybe the best, like lower ABV, non-adjuncted, whatever you want to say, stout. I mean, I don't consider brewer's licorice just an adjunct because that's like a more traditional thing. It's like orange peel being in a Belgian wit type thing to me. Yeah, this is phenomenal. Now, and I have some aged expedition, and usually it takes like several years for that abrasiveness to fall off. I wonder. I don't think I'm going to because I'll be a bit too tipsy, but I would like to drink one of those tonight to see how I think it's 2 years old, to see how a 2-year-old expedition compares to this fresh. This is, I know a lot of people who will admit that they really don't want they don't want stouts that aren't barrel aged or have a bunch of stuff in it, and I understand that if that's your thing. I don't agree with that, but I get that when you are so used to having all those big giant things, when you have a regular Imperial Stout, it's kind of just like sometimes it feels like it's missing something, but until you have the really good ones like this, and then you're like, damn, now I know why this was so good but back in the day and why it still stands the test of time. I would say like Batch 7000 was probably my favorite. Batch 7000 are like the original couple Marshall Zhukovs before they started distributing. Were like my favorite Imperial Stouts, and Expedition is up. Well, Expedition and Founders Imperial Stout are definitely up there too. But this is right there in the mix. I mean, this is fantastic. I think this is better than the fresh regular Expedition. And the mouthfeel was just so silky. And like I said, you get that coffee roast, the dark chocolate, the smoke, which are all usually pretty abrasive flavors for people who don't like drink these types of beers all the time. But none of it's like lasting really long on the tongue where it's like, oh, that's too much. It's all very, very well integrated. The other thing too is I think Expedition shows, if I remember, it's been a little while, but it usually shows its legs, like in terms of it being, you can feel the booze on it. I mean, it's not even that strong compared to today's standards, but a lot of the beers now that are super strong, they're also super sugary, so that kind of hides the alcohol flavor. The only reason I would guess that this is as strong as it is because of the body. Because if it has that body, but it's not like super under attenuated, it's hard for a beer not to be like a pretty big beer. So that's why I would get that it's this strong. But like the actual alcohol, not the flavor or like the swallow. I get like none of it. Other than, I mean, I can tell I'm drinking a beer, but compared to compared to something that's like 7-8%, I would absolutely believe it. Yeah, this is phenomenal. And I'm probably going to go to that same store that I bought this and buy everything else that they have left. I'm not kidding. So yeah, I'm so glad I bought this. This is absolutely a buy for me. This was $16 for a 4-pack, but that was also at a store that's generally pretty marked up compared to everyone else. So uh, I would say most people could probably find it for a little bit cheaper than that, which is absolutely worth it for something this good. So if you like really good classic imperial stouts, you have to look out for this. It is fantastic. But I think that's all I got on this one. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to you in the next one. Thanks.